Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to fantaCTE, episode 8. Once again, I'm Nick Masick. I'll be your host. Upper left-hand corner, for those of you watching, we are live on YouTube right now. Upper left-hand corner is Steve Lamm. Welcome back to the show, Steve Lamm. This is your 3rd trip. Bottom left-hand corner, we've got Vital DeJuice, one of the other co-hosts. And our special guest tonight, bottom right-hand corner, we have one of the funniest guys that I know. Took the most prestigious competition last year in Florida, Florida's funniest contest, 3rd place finisher. Mr. J. Guy, welcome.
Hey, thanks for that introduction. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like I should also mention J. Guy, 3rd place, 3rd funniest guy in Florida last year.
I like how you build it up. You're like, he took this competition by storm. 3rd place. Strong finish.
3rd place. 3rd place. Yeah, but 3rd place out of how many people even? And hundreds of comics. So 3rd place.
I got 347th place myself.
That's pretty respectable. But also, I should mention J Guy last place in the Dick Pick 6 Fantasy Football League, which
Am I last place right now?
Word.
Coming strong. Coming strong. Ready to do some poetry, son. Ready to break into that genre.
We were talking about it last week on the episode, and we weren't sure if you actually knew what you were in for if you get last place. Did you know about the? Did you?
Oh yeah, so typically when I first signed up to the league, I was like, yeah, I gotta be a part of the community. I want to do something great with the comics, and this will be fun, fun banter. And then I just I booked all my Sundays up with work, and I don't even watch football. I'm sitting there looking at play. When I did my draft, I was like, man, Antonio Brown. Nobody's taking Antonio Brown. Why is nobody Antonio Brown? What's going on with him? And luckily I picked AJ Brown. So I was like, all right,
he's all right.
Yeah, he's good. Injured for whatever. I don't know anything that's going on. I'm trying to read notes on ESPN. I hate the app that we run. We're on Yahoo League. I hate Yahoo League. I hate the setup of the app. Everything that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shit on this whole production, and that's gonna be my out on why I'm doing so terribly. It's terrible.
Okay, we can live with that, but it's not. We're actually not on Yahoo. We're on ESPN.
All right, so
the only reason that's
first problem.
All right, so ESPN is not that bad. We've had discussions about the different earlier this year. Vital and I, we were weighing in. ESPN's not the best, but it's pretty good compared. It's way better than CBS. It's better. I think it's better.
It's easy to use too for people to learn.
It is.
I love CBS. I like CBS, man.
You like the CBS one, really?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
love it. It alerts me when somebody makes waiver moves. It keeps me updated.
You can set up your notifications like that.
Yeah.
This league, I didn't even know. I was trying to look at all the rules in the league and what players got most points and how the QB ratings were going to be, and I couldn't even do anything until everybody paid money. So I was I'm out of the game already. I'm gonna.
Yeah, until the league is set up officially with all the people logged in and everything, you can't look at all that stuff. But now
Yeah, but you could have done that on your own.
Also, you can set it up pretty easily where it just sends you notifications for your players, for waivers, for anything you want. So it's
got the cheat codes. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that complicated for an intelligent guy like yourself. Before we get into any more stuff, Lonnie is not here today. Steve's filling in, sort of. But
I'm taking up space.
You're taking up space. But I just want to. We should all wish Lonnie. Today is the reason he's not here. It's Lonnie's mom's birthday. So quick shout out. Happy birthday, Lonnie's mom. I don't know Lonnie's mom, but Lonnie is one of the largest human beings I've ever seen, so I figured giving birth to him was no small feat. So we could all give a shout out to Lonnie's mom for just doing a great job with that. And
Happy birthday, Lonnie's mom. Birthday, Lonnie's mom.
yeah,
Birthday.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure she's our main demo. That
yeah.
she's definitely listening.
She might be. Her demographic is Lonnie's mom. So also interesting, like it coincides, and I'm not going to read too far into this, but also just happens to be the week, the day after the Browns kicked the shit out of Lonnie's Cowboys. So I don't know if you followed that, watched that game at all. It was ugly. It got ugly, and it got ugly early. Like, I think the Browns were in a prevent defense for 3 quarters. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, Lonnie's a no-show. However, he did kick the shit out of Cam in fantasy this week. So he sits alone atop of our league right now. Lonnie's can, barring some really weird, crazy shit, but Lonnie's going to be in first place, undefeated, maybe the only undefeated team after this week. So he's got that going for him. So, Jay, I got to ask, were you consciously aware of the penalty before?
No. I still don't know what the penalty is. I just know it's poetry, something like that. I don't know. I didn't want to go back and read it because I feel like I would delete myself out of the league. What's the penalty? Can you explain it to me? What do I got to do? What's going to happen to me?
All right. So, well, first of all, you're in last place, but there is a chance. It's not. All right. So the top 6 teams make the playoffs. There's 10 of us in the league. The top 6 make the playoffs.
Make a miraculous comeback.
Well, so you're going to have a chance, but you're probably going to have to work pretty hard to get there. The bottom 4 teams it's not just set where the last place team at the end of the regular season just is last. You get a chance. There's a losers bracket playoff. So the bottom 4 teams all have to play off. And all you have to do, if you're in that bottom bracket, which as of right now, it looks like you're probably going to be.
That's very close.
All you have to do is win one of those 2 games. That's it. And then you're out. So if you lose both, whichever team loses 2 straight games in the losers bracket playoff at the end of the year, that's last place. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't be a loser. Don't be a triple loser, because you go into this loser playoff bracket and then you play another loser, and if you lose again, you're a double loser. And then you play the double loser from the other bracket, and then that makes you the biggest loser of all.
The biggest.
She really deserves it.
Yeah. What is the penalty? It's
So
such
the
a big.
penalty for this year, I'll tell you what we did last year first, and I'll actually send you I think I sent you the link in the invite, but I'll send it to you again. So last year's last place.
I feel like I'm watching like a TV special, and they're just like, on last season.
So last season, Warren came in dead last place, and our last place penalty last year was a 5-minute set at an open mic of just knock jokes. That's it.
That's not that bad.
Written for him.
Well, we didn't get to choose him. So the winner of the losers bracket, which was me, I was in the losers bracket last year. I got to choose and write the jokes for Warren. So I put together a nice set for him. He actually killed at Robot. I mean, it was like
It was funny. It was good.
It was pretty fucking good. Yeah. So he had fun with it. He leaned into it pretty hard, and he won a lot of respect. He also is trying very hard this year. Warren, if you've noticed, Warren's team is crushing. I think that's largely due to the fact he doesn't want to have to be the guy again.
I mean, he's playing me this week, right? I'm playing Warren this week.
Yeah. He's mopping.
Did you start Kittle?
Yeah, I started Kittle.
Good. He blew finally.
All right, Jay. Did you start Kittle, or did you just leave him where he was for the last?
Oh, yeah.
That's the real question, Steve. You get to the real bottom of things there. So, no, Kittle's actually, the first time I looked at my lineup in a while, he scored some points this week. So, he looked pretty strong.
He scored half your points. That's the problem. The rest of your team didn't show up this week. If you had played anybody besides
Nick Chubb is injured.
You lost, I think, a couple guys. Everybody was injured. But so for the last quick recap, for the last 2 weeks, Jay, the reason we wanted to have Jay on the show is because Jay left George Kittle in, who was out for 2 weeks, left him in his lineup, lost both weeks. You would have beaten Steve last week, I'm pretty sure, if you had played anybody else.
Yeah. I thought it was 4 or 5 points.
Yeah, it was. You could have.
Same thing this week, I feel like. If I just had, 1 or 2 other players in, could make a world of difference.
5 or 6 other players, maybe. So, but back to this year's last place penalty, instead of doing the knock-knock jokes, we decided, it was actually Steve's idea. He came up with it. So for this year, we're doing a spoken word poem at an open mic written by the winner of the loser's bracket again. And if the winner of the loser's bracket doesn't want to do it, I'll write it again, assuming I'm not the last place penalty. So yeah, that's what you're trying to play your way out of, is that. And you could theoretically even play your way into getting to write the poem or choose the poem. I mean, you can do anything you want. Like you can have them do, Walt Whitman for 5 minutes. It doesn't fucking matter. It's going to be whatever it is. It's going to be fun. So that's what you do.
By the way, whoever has to do it, I want to hear a little anger and some bitterness in the spoken word.
You want snap poetry. You want the art in there.
Well, shit. I want it. That could be you, Steve. It sounds like anger and bitterness could be your. That's
my daily routine.
We should talk. So the reason Steve wanted to come in the show today is because he beat all of us. Steve's 3-1. Well, he hasn't finished off Vital yet, but it looks pretty good. The 3 of us represent Steve's 3 wins on the season, so he's going to kind of rub it in our faces a little bit.
And I don't want you to feel bad, but I really don't know what I'm doing.
That was some bullshit, and that's what happened. It's not over, but I need a miracle from Aaron Jones and Travis Kelce. It could happen.
Oh, that's right. You have Kelce too. I forgot about that because you've got Aaron Jones. Like Aaron Jones is capable of miracles. Like he's
60 points is a lot though.
It's a lot to ask.
But
dude,
I'm beat me on a Monday night, but when I was up 60 points too, and she had 2 players, it's the same thing.
Vital, I don't even think I have it sewn up yet in any way, shape, or form, because that's totally feasible.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me, okay?
Let's hope so. Jesus. Oh, man. Speaking of Stephanie, she panicked this week. She benched Patrick Mahomes, which I wonder, there might be a few other people who benched Mahomes because they didn't know if he was going to play because of the whole COVID situation. So we got a doubleheader tonight. They moved the Patriots-Chiefs game. That's probably the biggest news in the league right now is the COVID situations that they've been shuffling games around. But no Cam Newton. I'm still wearing my Patriots hat. I'm still proud. We're going to get our asses kicked tonight without Cam. Do you guys even know who the quarterback is? Is it?
No.
I heard Brian Hoyer, maybe, like Hoyer the Destroyer might come in. But I don't know. It might be Stidham. I don't know. It's not going to be.
Yeah, Stidham, I think.
Is it Stidham? Because they were talking about Hoyer at one point. I was like, oh, fucking Hoyer.
Let me double check.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be ugly this week.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't sell these guys short. Look at last night. They put that guy Breathault in or whatever his name is. And the last
PJ Beathard?
Beathard, yeah, whatever. And what he's going 7 for 8 and 160 yards, a ridiculous number.
Yeah, he almost brought him back. He's the reason Jay's team looked somewhat slightly respectable for a little while. He just started throwing it to Kittle.
That guy was on fire.
Every down. It was amazing. Oh, so do you guys want to see? I think I posted a picture, but I don't know if you guys saw it. And for anybody, we do have people who apparently watch this periodically. So I'm going to show you guys the trophy for the Dick Pick 6 this year.
That thing looks veiny.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Like, it looks more dick-like than last year's trophy. I don't even – and
making me feel diminished.
I didn't even think it was possible for that to be happening. So that's what we're playing for, along with money and respect.
You could have held it farther away from your head. It would have looked bigger.
That's usually – is that what you do?
Yes. All my dick pics are from over here.
My head. Oh, man. All right. So what else do we need to talk about? We got to get into some other shit here. Some news. Oh, so, Jay, the good news for you is Rob also sucks. He's probably – I'm kicking the snot out of him. He's going to be 0-4 right alongside you. And Sean has been doing pretty bad, but I think Sean might beat Stephanie this week, so he might have a leg up. So you're in the basement, but you've got good company. You got Sean Mullins and Rob Calloway.
Yeah, I was looking at them, their choices. I know fantasy's such a, just like you said, Stephanie, panicked. It's always it's who you put in that lineup, man. It's luck a lot of the time.
Yeah,
hopefully some of that sprinkles over here. George Kittle, And I almost took him out of the lineup and put in somebody. I was like, Gronkowski's having a good time.
Oh man,
that would have been such a good story if you took it out this week.
If I took him out this week,
it would have been great.
Finally, that's what I thought you would do.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I tried to, but I didn't save the edit lineup part. So he stayed in by accident.
Oh God, I'm not even gonna try to give you advice. Just leave Kittle.
Yeah, maybe just be like, let's do the poem. Let's start writing it right now. Practice.
If it's your poem and I get to write it, George Kittle's gonna be part of the poem. That's without a doubt. It might be an ode to Kittle. I don't know. That's definitely something we might talk about. So Vital, because of Steve's brilliance once again, I'm pretty sure I'm going to overtake you, man. I'm going to have that. You're going to be knocked down a notch into the losers bracket, technically standings right now, and I'm going to be in that last wild card spot. So how do you feel about that?
It's only going to be temporary. I'm waiting for Michael Thomas, dude. No one's getting actual news on him. I wasted. He really cost me. I drafted him really high, man. I think my second round pick. So it's fucking costing me.
No, tell me about it. I mean, I also have my first and second round picks sitting on the injured reserve right now this week too, but I still managed to get a win. So,
hey, wait, what's your record?
My record's going to be 2-2. I'm pretty sure I already locked it up. I don't think there's any chance of me losing this week. I think it's
I still got a 1% chance. Aaron Jones can catch 2 TDs, and Travis Kelce can catch 2 TDs. Patrick Mahomes and him party all the time. That's his boy.
Yeah, I'm betting against you though. I think you
got 5 TDs. That's what I need.
You need more than that. You need a lot.
This feels like this is my what was that movie with Adam Sandler with the diamonds? I forgot the name.
Oh, yeah. What was that? What was that called? I forgot. It was
Uncut, Rough Cut.
Oh, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Uncut. That was a porn I watched last night. Uncut.
That was a weird. It was a good movie. Not what you watched, Steve. So, let's talk about takeaways from the weekend. Did you guys watch a little bit of football? I assume, Jay. And
absolutely not.
Did you?
Absolutely. I saw some previews of some games. Those look
previews.
I saw Russell Wilson throw like a touchdown against Miami for 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. I saw that highlight.
He did all right.
That happened. That was something that happened. I think the biggest thing though from this weekend was the Cowboys might set the record for the best offense and worst defense in the entire league in 1 year. Like they could have both those records by the end of this year if the last few games is any indication. It was unbelievable. Their offense is on fire, and their defense just.
I think they're going to do really well against the Giants, though. I think they're going to beat them a lot. I really do. Like, I know they're terrible, but that's how bad the Giants are. So
I think they're going to make the Giants defense look pretty good. Actually,
we're about to find out.
Sorry. I think they're going to make the Giants offense look pretty good, which they are.
No. Who is on the Giants offense?
I don't know. We're going to find – the Cowboys are going to find out pretty soon. They're going to decide. They're just going to pick guys and be like, you beat us this week. It's your turn. I don't know. The Giants don't have much on offense. Speaking of the Giants offense, though, that's actually one of the biggest things that came out of this week. And, Jay, you don't have to watch know anything about football, but you might want to look this highlight up.
You talking about the fight?
Yes, the fight. You know about the fight.
Okay, so see,
he didn't watch any football, but he's got fight highlights queued up.
That's what we were like, hey, man, this happened. I get those messages. Jalen Ramsey used to be ex-Jaguar, went to the Rams, fought Golden Tate because he used to bang his sister or something. and left his sister. I don't know why. I just learned all this today too. So
all this information. If you did this much research in fantasy, you'd be number one. I swear to God.
I should be.
It was the biggest thing that happened, though. I'm glad you found out about that. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey, and do you know who started it at all? Like who? I know so Steve, you're looking like you don't know what happened.
Oh, this wasn't like a sanctioned boxing match or anything? They had a fight?
No. This is a corner and a receiver.
Yeah.
This started in like 2019. This started last year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, go ahead. I know you know the whole story.
I don't know. I know probably what you know. I just found out about it today. I think one of the guys is actually on your team, though, Steve. So you might want to look into that. So Golden Tate and Jalen Ramsey, after the game, went to the middle. It felt like a boxing match, I guess. They went to the middle of the field and squared up. It was like on the 50-yard line, too. Like it might have been on the logo, and they just squared up and started swinging. And
no shit? During a game?
No, after the game.
Yeah, it was after the game.
On TV and in a game. That's amazing. I thought they were at a bar or something.
No. Yeah, it happened after the game. It was almost like they had planned, like they both knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, they just set them like a.
They were talking shit on the field, sure.
Me and you after 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, yeah, behind the gym.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Center field, dude.
Center field.
Biggest boxing arena right there.
Yeah, man. It was.
I have to look that shit up now after we're done here. Oh my God.
I didn't find it.
I heard it's like a domestic. I heard so Jalen Ramsey used to date Golden Tate's sister, married her, have kids, and then he left them just out of the blue and started banging some Instagram model and then shitting all over the sister about how terrible a mom she is and blah, 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 blah. And Golden Tate was like, you don't disrespect my sister like that. Jalen Ramsey's going to have to see me. And that was in 2019. And now he finally saw him. And I heard Jalen Ramsey knocked him out, basically. Just like, how do you do that? How do you talk? I got to defend my sister's honor, get some of this turf out of my face. It's going to be round 2. That's probably my, you can't, that's one of my worst fears right there, dude. Having to defend your sister honor, but know you're just not up to par with the next dude.
Yeah, that is a fear. Having to, like,
terrible.
Losing a situation that you know you're right, just get knocked out, but you have the high ground. Morally, I'm right, but I believe it.
I don't know. Me getting punched ain't going to change how people look at my sister, so I don't think she might have to deal with it herself.
Yo, Steve, you ain't shit.
I don't have a sister, so it's okay.
Thank
God.
Oh, man. I got enough cousins, though. That would be a situation. God damn. Yeah, it's rough. And I think they lost the game, too. So it was just insult to injury on top.
Oh, wait. So the guy who was the dumper beat the crap out of the guy who's defending us. That's fucking too much. Oh, my God.
And he won the game.
And he won the game.
And he stuck him on a
size disparity in these guys.
It's a huge difference.
Jalen Ramsey's younger. Golden Tate's been in the league a minute, right?
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey's like 6'6", and Golden Tate's like 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to fight? Okay.
He's like, Ramsey's like 8 years younger too. He's like, and he's one of the most athletic guys in the league. Like,
I thought Jalen Ramsey was gay. I just thought he liked dudes. Like all his highlights, I'm like, oh, that dude likes dudes, man. And then I found out he has his whole wife there. I was like, oh, what? He's banging Golden Tate's. Wait, his sister? Not his brother. Not Golden Tate's brother? Okay, I'm confused. So I learned a lot today,
Did they get fined and stuff?
Oh, probably. Definitely.
No, I actually just heard, I was looking it up, and I don't think the NFL is going to fine him. The Giants already said they're not going to fine Tate.
Really?
What? What is happening?
It's like, we don't give a shit.
I think the Giants felt bad. They're like, man, he got beat up.
Wait, that is fucked up. The guy gets to bang my sister, knock me out, and then not get fined.
And win the game.
Crazy.
Hey, they called him into the office and like, Tate, sit down. Look here, man. We gotta. You know what, man? Hey, just keep that ice 24 hours. Let's just rip this up. Let bygones be bygones.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Good luck next
It's
week.
done.
Good luck next week, guys.
Hey, we feel you. We're just let's forget about it, okay?
Oh, God. This is rough. But,
Oh,
you know,
my
it might have something to do with the fact that they actually did wait till after the game was over. Because if they fight in the game, they're definitely getting fined and kicked out and all that kind of shit. They waited till the game was over. Like, they went to the middle of the field. Like, yeah, it was on.
Dude, the game's over, but they're still in the middle of an 80,000-person stadium.
Yeah, but there's only
In
200
public.
people. There was probably the only people in the stands were probably the sister and the kids. Like, that was.
Yeah, but the NFL
There's
finds
Greg on the stairs going, "You get him! You get him!" He's getting his ass knocked out.
Yeah.
in front of her. Oh.
Yeah, she was a proud sister, though. I'm sure she's like.
I just typed in Golden, and the first thing came up was Golden Tate's sister. That's what came up.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't even see what she looks like. I got
Rihanna Tate. Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
It's
There's a Brianna and a Deanna. I don't know which one.
Does it matter?
I don't know.
Based on your opinion, just we haven't seen the pictures yet. And so I guess because one of the things you always think about, you're like, how do these guys meet each other's sisters and stuff? Because you hear about players marrying other players' sisters, and that happened with a couple of the Dolphins years ago. Remember that? Was it Jason Taylor married Zach? Who was the middle linebacker? Zach? Was it Zach Thomas? Yeah, he married
Zach Thomas was linebacker.
Yeah, they're brothers-in-law, which is pretty cool. So, but those guys played together. These guys, you wonder how that happened. Apparently, they both grew up in Nashville, so it's a regional. Like maybe that's probably how they found each other.
I'm sure they hang out at mixers and shit, like, and those NFL parties, like.
Yeah.
Mixers.
I'm not.
I don't know what the fuck.
What they're doing in Nashville? They're throwing
1957. We're having a mixer on Sunday afternoon.
Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Where'd you meet my sister? This is the Catalina. I'm not bringing my sister to any of those NFL mixers. Fuck that. I don't have a sister, but if I did, I'm not bringing my cousins either.
If you had a sister, she would be begging you to go to those the mixers.
Yeah, you're probably right.
She would be begging you to marry a linebacker.
That's true. She might get me in, though. She might get me in, so I probably would bring her in, pimp her out a little bit. So we already talked about some of the other situations. That was probably the best thing that happened all week. But we should get into a little bit of news, fantasy news, injuries, a couple big injuries. Last week we had a long list of injuries. This week there's only a couple really relevant injuries that I found. Nick Chubb is out for 6 weeks. Is that one of your guys, Jay?
Of course it is. Of course it is. My top guy is my number one pick. Who really wasn't helping the team at all, so I don't think I'll miss him much.
The real question is who's got Kareem Hunt? Because he just skyrocketed to
I think Lonnie Cox got Kareem Hunt, if I'm not mistaken.
The rich get richer.
God damn, that's awful. That's the worst news I've heard all day. All right, so and then the other one was Austin Eckler's out with a hamstring injury. Probably not too long, but he's out right now. So I don't know who has him, if that affects any of you guys, but kind of sucks. So I thought it was really interesting how the league. One of the things we saw this week was the first impacts of the coronavirus on the NFL season. Something we've all been wondering and waiting to find out to see what happens. I put a stipulation in this year's lineups. Jay, I don't know if you noticed, or I don't even know if you know how to use them. The injured reserve spot. Should we explain that?
Audacity, this guy. I just learned probably yesterday how to fill that.
Okay.
Navigating that app. I'm pushing buttons now.
I'm glad to hear it. I am rooting for you. I'm rooting for you not to get into the playoffs, but to win the losers bracket, because I want to see somebody perform a Jay Guy spoken word poem written by you. That would be amazing. I think it would be phenomenal. And also that means I don't have to do it too. So if you want to do that, I'm willing to. I'm always willing to have that. I like writing shit. Couple other so yeah, we got to see for the first time the coronavirus, how that's going to affect things. I don't even know if Cam is eligible for injured reserve tonight, though. I set it up that way, assuming that was going to happen, but I don't know. I don't have Cam, and I haven't had a guy like that. But Yeah, it's interesting to see how they're handling different situations of different games because the Steelers-Titans, they rescheduled all those. So the Steelers and Titans were on a bye because of their COVID situations. They rescheduled those games till later in the season, shuffled a couple things around. For tonight, though, Cam Newton apparently was the only one who tested. So they said, we're going to go ahead with the game, treat it just like an illness. And because it's not like a bunch of people involved in the organization that had contracted it. So they're going ahead they monitored the situation, but Patriots, they just shuffled it to Monday night, gave us a doubleheader to watch tonight. And Cam's the only one sitting out, which fucking sucks for the Patriots. Here you go. Your best player, not going to play.
Cam's been getting shit on all year. He makes like $1 million and he's the lowest paid quarterback in the whole fucking NFL starting. Yeah. There's players on the bench at other teams who are sitting at home making more money than fucking Cam Newton. And he's crushing it. He's crushing it when he does play.
I know he's killing it. But you know
now
what?
That it's like, sorry, buddy, we're gonna move on. We're like, this isn't that big of a deal. You can handle that. Where this is an organization. We do not need you, as the Patriots do all the time.
All the time. Although I think Cam proven because he was injured last year. He's been injured a lot. I think proving that he can play at the high level again this year, that he's healthy. And the Patriots are protecting him when they are playing him. They're giving him a lot of really good looks, a lot of really good. He's having success partly because of their system. So I think he gets paid next year. I think he might even get paid midway through this year. I don't know how that works, the contracts. But I think he's going to make himself some money, get a nice, decent contract, whether it's Patriots or somewhere else for the next couple of years. So he'll be all right. Plus, he's already worth a fucking shitload of money. I don't know how much he made already, but he's doing okay for himself. A couple other big key guys still out tonight. So this is where I kind of understand Stephanie gambling. She played the Bengals quarterback, and she also didn't expect Sean's team to have a very good game because he hasn't ever, and I don't know how his team had a good game. They're terrible. But she gambled by playing because she wasn't sure the game was actually going to happen tonight. There's a couple other guys people might have gambled on. Devontae Adams. He was questionable. Now he's not playing tonight. That's a big loss if you were holding out and hoping to save your team. Steve, doesn't matter for you because you did bench him. You played yeah, and you got it paid off. Sony Michel also out for the Patriots tonight. He's one of those flex guys. Maybe you were going to play, maybe you weren't going to play. Did you have him, Steve? I forget who had it. Do you guys have him? No.
It's not familiar.
Yeah. Who are these guys?
Hey, my kicker, I picked up Bullock.
His kicker balled out, bro.
Yeah.
Like 17 points.
I know. His kicker might be the reason you lose. If
I could hit him with my car right now, I wouldn't know it was him.
It's nonsense. He doesn't know what he's doing. And he's kicking my ass. Like, it's crazy. Like,
No idea.
That's such a frustration.
oh, it's so I'm so mad.
And you scored well this week too, Batat. What are you gonna? What's your projection right now? You're gonna be in the 160s, probably, maybe.
I'm projected for 155, but I need 175 to beat him.
Oh man, that's rough. Like Steve got the
No, but they always project Travis Kelce and Aaron Jones low. Like they give them like normal ratings.
And those, you're right. I was looking at a couple players like that, and I was like, some of these projections seem low for these guys. And there's
they safe bet it. Like I think.
I guess. I mean, I guess they could have an off week, but those guys don't usually. So, and then two other guys who people might have gambled on being able to play, who are going to play tonight, are Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley, the two number one guys for the Falcons. Those guys are in tonight. So if you're banking on them to score you a bunch of points, you might get your wish because that game figures to be a shootout. I'm excited about the Packers and the Falcons. I'm going to try to stay awake for it. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to or not, but that's my goal.
Yeah, I'll try to.
Let's see. How are we doing?
I'm going to be sweating. I'll be sleeping depending on how Vital does in the first game.
You're going to be long gone. You're not going to make it through the first half, Steve. All right, so we do a fun little segment, and if you guys want to play along, you can. We already have our picks though for this week, but if you want to pick a bad quarterback to play along, we do. I'd rather have Kaepernick Van And it's basically a list. We choose the worst quarterbacks that we think are going to be terrible next week. Like, I'd rather have Kaepernick than this guy this week. And so far, we've been pretty good. Last week we picked some quarterbacks, and they had some good games, though, surprisingly. But we've been picking some pretty bad quarterbacks with a fair amount of consistency. So this is part of our competition between me, Lonnie, and Vital. And we have a henna tattoo for last place for our little trio competition. So just be glad you guys aren't in on that one. But you'll get to enjoy it. You'll get to, whoever gets it, you're going to get to enjoy it at some point next year. So, all right. So I had the best QB performance last week. I picked a rookie from the Chargers, Justin Herbert. I thought he was going to have a rough week against the Bucs in his second start ever, and he had a perfect QB rating. Fucking A. He was just ridiculous. So I got last place, which means I don't know where Vital. Vital, you're off camera for a second. Are you still there, buddy? All right. Vital will be back maybe. But that means I got first pick on the bad QBs. So I'm taking Dwayne Haskins, the Washington football team's quarterback, against – oh, man, he has a rough matchup this week.
Washington football team. Just giggle.
We've gotten used to it. We had a whole conversation about that one, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be fun to find out what their name is. So I'm taking Dwayne Haskins. I forget who he's playing, but it's a decent defense, I think. Vital, who's your pick?
What's that kid? Ripon?
Rippon,
yeah. The kid, Denver QB.
Brett Rippon, yeah. Brett Rippon is actually the nephew of the Washington I can say Redskins because that's what they were then. Yeah. The Redskins old quarterback, Mark Rippon, who I think won a Super Bowl with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his nephew. Yeah. I guess he was really good at Boise State. I don't know. They did a whole bio on him when he started the game last week. All right. So, but the rule is if he doesn't start, you get nothing. You don't get a second choice. So,
okay.
But I'm pretty sure Drew Lock is out. I don't know. He was still maybe questionable. So that's a risky pick. You sure you want to make that pick?
Yeah, I think I'll just go with it.
Okay. Yeah, you got a pretty solid lead on me and Lonnie. I think it's 8-6-6. So you got
something like that. But I lost last week, or at least got middle of the road.
You got a 1-pointer for the bad QBs, but you won in DraftKings. That's why you got that 2-point lead.
Okay.
And then Lonnie's picking Danny Dimes, a.k.a. Danny Nichols, or Danny Deuces, depending on how bad he is.
Right.
I don't think – so I forget who they're playing. Oh, they're playing the Cowboys. That's a risky pick. Jesus, Lonnie.
I don't think it is. I agree with him because that was my backup. Like, I really was thinking about Daniel Jones here. I don't think he's going to do well. I think they're going to get picked off a lot. I think they're going to bring the pressure. It's not hard to blitz. Playing man-to-man in zone is hard, but I think if they bring the pressure, they're going to eat them alive, and that's easy to do.
Okay. All right. We'll see. I think, yeah, I mean, he was the third pick, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we got DraftKings then. So do you guys want to weigh in? Jay, Steve, do you guys want to do a QB pick? Don't worry, you're not going to have to
get a guy.
Who do you got? Who's your
because I watched the game, Mullins from San Francisco, not only because he's terrible, but because I hate his face. He should be wearing a helmet off the field. Every time I looked at the guy, I'm like, oh, my God, turn away. I want the camera to move. Horrendous.
Is Garoppolo starting, though?
I doubt he's going to be starting, but I'm glad you came up with that anyway, Steve.
Then Jones from the Giants. I can't. It doesn't matter. Mullins, I just couldn't stand the guy's face. I couldn't stand him. And he kept throwing to the other team.
He was throwing well to the Eagles, which nobody has. So somebody at least was throwing well to the Eagles because Wentz sure hasn't been. Jay, you want to throw in a name you'd rather have Kaepernick than some bum who's playing this week?
Whoever plays for the Jets. They're trash. I hate the Jets. They're terrible. I don't know why they're still an NFL team, you know?
Any Jets quarterback at all.
Any Jets quarterback that starts, Kaepernick should be playing.
You know what? We've had the Jets quarterback in every single week. The only reason I didn't pick him this week is because I don't know which Jets quarterback is going to play.
Yeah.
And that's a risk. We set the rules where if the guy doesn't start, you get no points at all. You don't even qualify. So you're just saying, but you were absolutely 100% right. If I could have picked the Jets quarterback with certainty, I would have.
He got benched at the end of the game, didn't he?
Was it benched or hurt? I don't know. Yeah, maybe
I don't know.
benched. Joe Flacco came in, though, and he played pretty bad, too. So good choice.
It's the
Jay.
Jets, though. So.
Totally support you on that one. All right. So before we get going tonight, do you guys want to pick any of the games tonight? We've got the Chiefs and the Patriots. Patriots sans Cam Newton. Is anybody going to pick the Patriots in that game? No. Even me. I'm not going to pick them. I'm wearing the hat. I'm a proud Patriots fan, and I'm not picking them tonight. There's zero
Oh,
chance.
wait, we get two
Not
Kansas
without
City
Cam.
Monday night footballs, huh?
Yeah, we get a double, back-to-back double header Monday night. It's fucking great. So, and then the next game after that, that one should be fun to watch. Falcons and Packers. Two high-powered offenses, one pretty good defense. Who you got in that? Anybody? Steve, start us off. Packers or
Okay.
Falcons?
Green Bay, because I love Aaron Rodgers. One notch under Brady.
Okay.
Nice. I have Aaron Rodgers, so I need to make some trades. Apparently, my team is trash. You're open. We can make some things happen. I'm gonna also take. I think Julio Jones is back, man. I don't know. That gives more. But they are the Falcons, so I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I'm just gonna go with Green Bay.
Vital, who you got?
Green Bay as well, for sure.
Yeah.
I need specifically Aaron Jones to ball the fuck out.
You need Jones to have. I think the best meme that I saw yesterday was it's the fourth quarter of 2020, and I just hope we're playing the Falcons. And I got
this lead.
it was on NFL memes. I'm not taking any credit for that, but that is exactly how I feel. I was like, okay, yeah, the Falcons, they're probably going to get a 3-touchdown lead and lose by 10. So yeah, I'm with it. We're all on the Packers. But it should be a fun game to watch. At least should be exciting. So I bet there's gonna be a lot of scoring tonight. All right. So lastly, does anybody want to promo any shows? Jay, first of all, you're now the guy at the Palm Beach Improv. I mean, you're full time. Right?
Yeah, I'm here now, man. I'm here a lot. I try to do a lot, whatever I can, whatever they let me do. I try to get my hands on.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing my regular job. But here we got this Thursday, we got Cam Bertrand is gonna be headlining the New Faces of Comedy show.
Yep.
It's our open mic here. I advise any comics out there who are watching this, who like comedy, who want to get into the improv, to come out, support the room, show your face, say hello. You know, this is a great spot to learn, to be in this environment. It's like I think it's our comedy store, the South Florida scene. This is where it is. You know, if that's important to you in your journey, come out, say hello, you know.
Absolutely. And Steve is actually featuring on that show, right? On
Yes,
Thursday.
I was going to say.
You
Come down Thursday, the 8th.
Yes.
And see me and some other great comics. Jackie Sanchez, Cam Bertrand, a bunch of people. And then so that's going to be an awesome night. Hopefully my parents come. I'm also on a show in Fort Lauderdale, great show, at a place called Blues and what's it called?
The Blue Jean Blues show. Yeah, we got that one
Blues
coming
show
up. Yep, in a couple weeks. That's the show I'm putting on in Fort Lauderdale.
on the 22nd.
Yep, and Vital's on that one too.
And then on the 31st, Halloween night, I'll be at Bar Nancy doing the Freddie Stebbins extravaganza with Walter Mercado. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be fun.
And that one's down in Miami.
In Miami, yeah.
In Miami. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to try to make it up to the to the Palm Beach Improv on Thursday. Hopefully support the guys.
Awesome.
I got hurt today, man. I don't know what happened. I read something Phil Ismay posted. He's like, I'm turning 30. And just immediately my back hurt. I was like, fuck. How did that work? So, but yeah, I'm going to try to make it up there for that. Definitely want to check out that show. And it's practically a league event, I feel like. Like half of our league is going to be there. I think 4 of them are on the show. It's going to be great. So yeah, for any good plug for South Florida comedy and for the Palm Beach Improv, Jay Guy, Jay Guy, the guy who, I think, does it just say on your card, I run shit now? Is that what it says on it?
No, I don't run anything. I don't run anything, man.
Yeah. Jay the guy. If you want to perform at the Palm Beach Improv, Jay's the guy who will tell you no. That's how.
I'll make it happen.
Jay will make it happen.
That's the goal.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you guys for coming, for joining. This is a super fun podcast, super fun show. I'm sure we'll have you guys back on soon. Good luck tonight. For those of you who are still in jeopardy of winning or losing, I hope it goes well for you guys. I know it can't go well for all of you, though.
Good luck, Vital.
Yeah, good luck, Steve. I mean, you already got all your points, but.
And for everybody who watches, follows us on YouTube, we also have a Facebook page, post fun memes and updates about when we're going to have the show. Our YouTube channel, fantaCTE, one word, capital CTE. You can watch us on there if you want to see what we all look like. And for everybody who listens, I know we're getting more and more listeners. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast, and a bunch of other ones that I can never actually remember. But thank you for listening and tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too, buddy.
All right.